So you're onto something with this idea of usury being tied to poverty. It makes sense that when people are struggling to survive, squeezing extra money out of them feels even more exploitative. Think about it. Ancient societies had debt jubilees during famines and wars, and even today, governments sometimes offer debt relief after economic crashes. Like, someone's got to step in and say, enough is enough when folks are literally starving. You were saying that these moments of crisis also often lead to a temporary ban or a lessening of usurious practices. You're looking for a real underdog story, a nation that pulled itself up by the bootstraps after wiping the slate clean on debt. It's a tall order, because history tends to be messy and rarely provides such clean-cut solutions. It's less about a single instance of debt cancellation leading to instant prosperity and more about exploring instances where debt relief was part of a wider set of social and economic reforms. One example that might pique your interest is the debt jubilee practice in ancient Mesopotamia. Periodically, kings would declare a clean slate on debts, freeing people from crushing burdens that kept them in servitude or perpetual poverty. This wasn't just out of the goodness of their heart, mind you. It often served as a way to stabilize society, prevent uprisings, and get the economy moving again. So while there may not be a textbook example of a bankrupt nation instantly finding riches after canceling all debt, the idea of debt relief as a catalyst for broader societal transformation is certainly a fascinating one. Want to dive deeper into Mesopotamia or explore other cultures that practice debt jubilees? Or are we ready for a wild goose chase through history for that perfect Cinderella story of debt abolition leading to instant utopia? I'm game for whatever adventure you choose.
Sure, let's find out
Let's
about
go.
that
I'm feeling
debt
adventurous.
jubilee. That's a cool name.
All right, buckle up. The Mesopotamia debt jubilee is a real head-scratcher for historians because the surviving records are fragmented and open to interpretation. Think of it like trying to piece together a puzzle with half the pieces missing. What we do know is this. Every few decades, Mesopotamian kings would enact something called a Marduk, which is the Akkadian word for release. This involved freeing indebted people from their debts and sometimes returning seized property to people who lost it due to falling into debt. Essentially, it was a massive financial reset button for the entire society. Now, why were they doing this? Well, it's likely a combination of several factors. First, think of it like damage control. When too many people are drowning in debt, it can destabilize society, lead to unrest, and even spark rebellion. By periodically wiping the slate clean, the kings were trying to prevent their entire kingdom from going up in flames. Second, a debt jubilee could be used to boost the economy. Imagine all those people suddenly no longer being crushed by debt. They have more money to spend, which could stimulate trade and agriculture. It's like a giant economic stimulus package, ancient style.